What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol T for AT&T, of course. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, we have the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing we'll do is just map out obvious areas of support and resistance from the daily perspective, since we have not marked this chart up yet together. And what I'm seeing is a shelf here that was obviously broken and kind of led to this most recent leg down. Obviously, we have resistance just overhead here, and then after that, I would certainly argue that this critical level at 28.66 should be on your radar. Now, those were all upside targets because if we look left here, there's not a whole lot to discuss in terms of downside structure. So scrunching the chart up, you can see our most recent pivot low was kind of around this zone of $26.50. So zooming back in a little bit, I do just want to mention from a fundamental perspective, right, this is a technical breakdown, but this all really stemmed from the fact that they cut their dividend, and I'm sure a lot of people who just harvest that dividend started to bail from the name, when they announced that. So all things considered, it is in a fairly strong downtrend. You can see that we are continually making lower highs. So if we do something like this, here would be a major high. There's your next lower high right here. And you can just see how this resistance trend line has beaten down highs after highs after highs. So most recently, we did make a new lower low, and that would now afford us the opportunity to see some sort of bounce into the resistance trend line, maybe for another lower high. All I'm trying to get at here is even if this does start to reverse, it's not out of the woods yet. It still is in a downtrend. So let's focus in on the 30-minute intraday perspective, see if we're missing anything. Did we get it right? Are there any patterns? So on and so forth. So clearly there's this level, which we can kind of not clearly see from the daily perspective at 27.42. So please keep that on your radar. It's almost today's high where the breakdown came from. And of course, just analyzing this, I don't have to break out the Fibonacci's to show you that it closed weak, but what we'll do is break them out to illustrate where a potential, the bearish consolidation would happen, right? And as you know, it's underneath the 38.2. If you've watched the channel for any period of time, that's the number we always watch out for. And in this case, it's here at 27.17. So if you did want to watch this for a short entry via puts, I believe this stock is probably shortable as well. If we just take a look at the chain in a minute here, any consolidation that fails to take out 27.17, look for downside continuation into that next daily target there at 26.50. Quickly going over to the chain to sort of look at it, you can see that it is an easy to borrow stock, so you can short it via shares, and there's plenty of open interest here inside of the options contracts on the put side for a week out, as well as if we just take a look here into tomorrow, which of course is 1 day until expiration, Friday 0 DTE. So please be careful if you trade those options. Theta will be working against you, but shares are easy to borrow. So that's going to wrap up thoughts here on T. It's still in a downtrend because it is a little bit overextended here. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of counter move to the upside, but I wouldn't be betting on it for any type of long-term strength. So if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.